No one tells you just how exhausting everyday tasks can become as you get older, or when pain decides to be your constant companion. Whether it's arthritis in your joints, a bad back that flares up when you bend even a little, or just overall fatigue that refuses to go away, cleaning the house starts feeling like climbing Mount Everest. But does that mean you should live in a messy space? Absolutely not. In this video, I'll be sharing 10 smart, simple, and lazy but effective cleaning hacks that I personally use or have seen others use when life makes movement harder than it should be. These tips are especially helpful if you're elderly, disabled, or simply hurting too much to do things the old way. Let's start with hack number 1. Use your feet, not your back. Let me tell you a little secret. My broom and mop? They're not just for the floor. They're my arms when my actual arms can't reach anymore. I used to bend over to pick up small things or to wipe baseboards until one day I felt a shooting pain down my spine that sat me on the couch for 3 days. Since then, I've made it a rule. If I have to bend down, I use my feet or tools. Here's how it works. Keep a long-handled grabber tool nearby. You can find one at most hardware or medical supply stores. This tool is a lifesaver. I use it to pick up tissues, bits of trash, socks, you name it. Don't feel bad using it, it's not laziness. It's smart living. And mops or Swiffer-style dusters with extendable handles. Oh, they're your best friends now. I used one to clean baseboards, to wipe underneath the kitchen table, even to reach cobwebs on the ceiling. Once you get used to standing in one place and letting the tools do the stretching for you, you'll wonder why you didn't do it sooner. One elderly neighbor of mine, bless her heart, taped a microfiber cloth to her old broom and used that to dust her blinds. Lazy? Maybe. Genius? Definitely. Hack number 2. Keep cleaning supplies in every room. Now here's another lazy but brilliant trick. Don't chase your cleaning supplies, let them live where the mess is. I used to keep all my sprays, rags, and wipes under the kitchen sink. That meant every time I saw toothpaste splattered on the bathroom mirror or dust on the TV stand, I'd have to walk, bend, dig, and then walk all the way back to clean it. And guess what? Most of the time, I just let it sit because my body said no thank you. The solution? I created little cleaning kits for each room. In the bathroom, a small spray bottle with vinegar and water, a few paper towels, and a squeegee. In the bedroom, a dust cloth and a mini lint roller for fabric surfaces. In the kitchen, an all-purpose spray and a small brush. By having supplies within arm's reach, I can do 10-second cleans without making it a chore. It's not deep cleaning, it's maintenance. And when you're elderly or in pain, that's the key: a little, often, and within reach. Hack number 3. Sit and clean. Don't stand if you don't have to. Now, this one goes against what people told me growing up. My mother would say, if you're cleaning, get up and move. Well, I'm sorry, Mom, but these knees have their own opinions now. I clean while sitting. A lot. Doing dishes? I use a tall stool at the sink. Folding laundry? I sit on the couch and use a small folding table. Dusting furniture? I carry a stool with me or pull up a chair. You don't need to be standing and sweating to be productive. I even sit while vacuuming sometimes. My vacuum has a long handle, and from a seated position, I can still get much of the room done without straining my back. There's no shame in this. In fact, it's efficiency. You're working with your body, not against it. You're reducing pain, not increasing it. That's not being lazy, that's being wise. Hack number 4. Focus on the visible clean. Here's a truth bomb I learned after 70. You don't have to clean the whole house to feel like it's clean. When guests come over, they don't go looking behind your fridge or under your bed. What they notice, and what you notice when you walk around, are the visible areas. So I started focusing on what I now call zones of peace. The kitchen counter? Wipe it once a day. The living room coffee table? Keep it clutter-free. Bathroom sink? A quick wipe in the morning. I stopped scrubbing grout and started creating visual calm. I learned that a tidy surface gives your mind more peace than a deep-cleaned corner you never see. And for those of us in pain, energy is precious. Spend it where it counts the most, on what your eyes see every day. That's the lazy way to live cleaner and smarter. Hack number 5. Use technology and tools. Let robots help. I can't end this first section without mentioning the cleaning helpers of today, robot vacuums. I used to scoff at the idea. Why spend money on a little machine when I have a perfectly good broom? But then I realized that broom isn't perfectly good anymore if using it leaves me in bed the next day. I saved up for a basic robot vacuum, and let me tell you, watching it do its thing while I sit on the recliner is better than a Sunday movie. It gets the dust, pet hair, and crumbs without me lifting a finger. Other tools too: spin mops that ring themselves, electric scrub brushes for tubs, even lightweight handheld vacuums that don't hurt your wrist. This isn't about being spoiled. It's about survival. If your body isn't letting you clean the way you used to, then let the machines help. That's not lazy. That's liberation. These are just the first 5 of my favorite cleaning hacks for when life slows you down, but the mess keeps piling up. Stick around. The next 5 will change the way you look at cleaning forever. You don't need to push harder. You just need to clean smarter. Hack number 6. One-handed cleaning with no-drip wipes. There are days when even holding a spray bottle and a cloth feels like a gym workout. My fingers hurt, wrists ache, and shoulders don't lift like they used to. So here's a hack I now swear by: pre-moistened cleaning wipes, but not just any wipes. I look for no drip, thick ones that don't tear apart like cheap tissue. I keep these in a drawer in nearly every room, and when I need to wipe a surface down, I only need one hand. No spraying, no bending to reach for extra supplies, no rinsing. I can clean the sink, the toilet seat, the coffee table, all while holding my cane or steadying myself with the other hand. Now, you may think, aren't wipes wasteful? But let me be real with you. If you're elderly, disabled, or in chronic pain, the goal is survival and dignity, not perfection. If a wipe lets you live in a cleaner, more comfortable space with less pain and less struggle, then it's worth it. Here's a tip within the hack: fold your wipe into quarters and use each side. That one little wipe can clean half a bathroom if used smartly. And if you want to be extra thrifty, cut them in half. They go twice as far and you still get the clean. Hack number 7. Set a timer and stop when it dings. You know what used to discourage me the most? The idea that cleaning had no end. I'd start tidying up, and before I knew it, 2 hours were gone and my legs were screaming. So I started doing something ridiculously simple. I clean on a timer. 15 minutes. That's it. Here's how it works. I set a kitchen timer or phone alarm for 15 minutes, not a second more. Then I do whatever small cleaning tasks I can in that time. I wipe, fold, toss, dust, or put things away. When the timer rings, I stop. No guilt. No, just 5 more minutes. Just done. This tiny time trick changed everything. First, it trained my brain to work in bursts, not marathons. Second, it gave me a sense of accomplishment even on low-energy days. And third, this part's important, it let me feel in control again. Even 5 minutes works if you're having a rough day. You'll be amazed how much you can do in short, focused sprints without overexerting yourself. Hack number 8. Clean as you go, the lazy person's golden rule. Let me tell you something I wish someone had told me years ago: cleaning is easier when it never piles up. And the best way to prevent the pile? Do micro cleanups as you go. Dropped crumbs while making toast? Wipe them up before they harden. Used a dish? Give it a quick rinse before it becomes a science project. Spotted a stain on the bathroom mirror? Grab that little kit you stashed and clean it in 10 seconds. This isn't about cleaning the whole room. It's about not leaving behind the mess that will turn into a bigger job later. As someone with joint pain, the last thing I want is to have to scrub dried-on goo or mold because I let it sit. Cleaning as you go might sound like extra effort, but in truth, it's less energy overall. You're already in the room, already using the item, so just one extra motion and boom, job done before it even becomes a chore. Hack number 9. Embrace the lazy laundry system. Laundry was one of those tasks I dreaded the most. bending into the hamper, hauling baskets, sorting clothes. It drained me before I even got to the machine. So I simplified it radically. Here's my lazy laundry system. I stop sorting by colors unless it's something brand new and bright red. I use mesh laundry bags for socks and undergarments. Toss M in and forget about it. I wash only what I need for the week, not everything all at once. And instead of folding clothes right away, I store some items in bins. No folding. Just toss it and clean. Now, purists might cringe. But my system? It keeps my clothes clean, my pain low, and my mind at ease. One more tip, get a rolling laundry cart. No more lifting heavy baskets. Roll it from your bedroom to the washer like royalty. Your back will thank you. And if your laundry is in the basement or a far-off room, it might be worth asking a family member or a neighbor for help once a week or looking into a pickup laundry service. Your health is worth more than a few bucks. Hack number 10. Declutter once, clean less forever. This last hack might take a little upfront energy, but I promise you, it pays dividends every day after. If you want less to clean, you need to own less stuff. Think about it. Every shelf, trinket, table, and appliance is one more surface that collects dust. That needs wiping. That breaks. That clutters your vision and your space. When I finally donated half of what was sitting and used around my home, cleaning time dropped by hours a week. Here's what I did. I gave away mugs I hadn't used in years. Donated duplicate pots and pans. Threw out expired makeup and toiletries. Tossed half my pile of plastic containers, most of them lidless anyway. Now, every room feels lighter. Every corner breathes. And the best part? I clean less because I own less. If you're in pain or moving slower these days, decluttering isn't just about neatness. It's about energy management. Fewer things equals fewer chores. It's that simple. These 10 hacks might not sound revolutionary to a young, able-bodied person. But if you've lived with aching joints, limited motion, or daily fatigue, you know that every ounce of energy matters. What I've learned is that life doesn't get easier, but we can make it feel that way, one clever shortcut at a time. Stick around for the final segment, where we'll talk about mental tricks, environmental tweaks, and how to finally stop feeling guilty for doing less. Bonus hack number 11. Ditch the guilt. Progress over perfection. Now, before we get into our final tools and mindset changes, let me tell you something I wish someone told me years ago. You do not have to feel guilty for not cleaning like you used to. This is perhaps the most important hack of all, a mental one. Because cleaning while elderly, disabled, or in chronic pain is not just a physical challenge, it's emotional too. You remember how spotless your house used to be, how much energy you once had. You think about what your mother might say if she saw dishes in the sink or dust on the TV stand, and you beat yourself up over it. But I'm here to tell you, let that guilt go. What matters now is that your home is safe, livable, and peaceful, not that it's picture perfect. You're not in a contest. You're managing your body the best you can. And even the tiniest effort deserves applause. If you took 10 minutes today to clean your bathroom mirror or wipe your kitchen table, that's a win. If you sat and folded 2 shirts and left the rest for tomorrow, that's a win. If you made your bed but left the floor unswept, that's still a win. Because you showed up. You did what your body allowed. And that's more than enough. Stop measuring yourself by a younger version of you. That version didn't know what this pain feels like. This fatigue, this weight. So instead of guilt, replace it with grace. Progress over perfection, always. Hack number 12, use lighting to your advantage. Now, this one might sound odd, but hear me out. One of the best lazy ways to make your home feel cleaner without lifting a finger? Improve your lighting. Dust, clutter, and smudges are most noticeable in harsh, direct light. But a soft, warm lamp in the corner can make a room feel cozy and clean even if the surfaces haven't been wiped down that day. Here's what I do. Use warm-colored LED bulbs instead of bright white ones. They make rooms feel calmer. Add a small lamp to your bedroom and turn off the overhead light in the evening. Keep window curtains open during the day to let in natural sunlight. It makes a space feel fresher instantly. And at night, dimmed lighting can hide imperfections while making your home feel more like a retreat. No, you're not hiding dirt, you're changing the mood. And mood affects everything, especially when you're struggling physically. I've had visitors comment, "Wow, your home feels so relaxing." And guess what? I hadn't mopped in 2 days. That's the power of ambience. Hack number 13. Sit down with a notebook, not a mop. Sometimes the best cleaning you can do starts with a pen, not a broom. What do I mean? I mean make a tiny plan, a list, but keep it super small. Don't write clean entire kitchen. That's overwhelming. Instead, write wipe stove, empty crumbs from toaster, toss expired food from fridge drawer. That's it. 3 bite-sized tasks. Here's the trick. Only write things you can do in 5 minutes or less. Then, when you feel up to it, just pick one. That's all. You're not building a cleaning empire. You're managing a home while managing your body. So take the mental load off. Writing it down stops the panic spiral of "there's so much to do" and replaces it with calm, focused effort. Even just planning your next 15 minutes gives you a feeling of control. And that's half the battle, isn't it? Hack number 14. Use slippers as dust mops. Yes, really. You're going to laugh, but one of my favorite hacks? Microfiber mop slippers. They look like funny shaggy socks, but they slide over your feet and turn you into a walking mop. Here's why I love them. I don't even realize I'm cleaning. I wear them while I'm making tea or shuffling from the kitchen to the bathroom. They actually pick up a shocking amount of dust and pet hair. I toss them in the wash every few days, and just like that, my floors stay cleaner with zero extra effort. It's lazy, it's silly, and it works. Sometimes the best solutions are the weirdest ones. If you don't want to buy mop slippers, you can attach an old dusting cloth to your regular slippers with rubber bands. Same effect, different look. Hack number 15. Get help without shame. I know. You're independent. You don't want to bother anyone. You've always taken care of yourself. Trust me, I was the same way. But there comes a point where it's not about pride anymore. It's about quality of life. If you have adult children, neighbors, or even local helpers, ask for tiny bits of help. You don't need a maid. You just need a little support. So, could you take out the trash on Thursday? Would you mind vacuuming the hallway if you're around this weekend? Can you reach this top shelf and wipe it for me? Most people want to help, they just don't know what you need. Be specific. And if no one's nearby, many communities have senior support programs, or maybe you can afford a helper for 1 hour a week. That 1 hour could be life-changing. Letting others help isn't weakness, it's wisdom. You're conserving your energy for the things that matter: your health, your peace, your joy. So there you have it. We've covered smart tools, mental shifts, and lazy tricks that get the job done without hurting your body. But we're not done yet. In the next and final segment, we'll talk about how to build a cleaning rhythm that fits your energy level, and how to stop comparing yourself to what you once were and start embracing what works for you now. Because this life, it's not about fighting your body. It's about learning to flow with it, creating a cleaning rhythm that respects your body. Now let's get into something that's made the biggest difference in my life, and in the lives of many others who live with chronic pain, aging bodies, or physical disability: creating a rhythm. Not a schedule, not a rigid routine. A rhythm. See, schedules are strict. They say, clean the bathroom every Tuesday, vacuum the house every Thursday. And if you miss a day, guilt creeps in and everything feels like it's falling apart. That kind of pressure isn't helpful when your body already feels unpredictable. But a rhythm? A rhythm is more human, more flexible, more kind. Here's what I did. I started linking my cleaning tasks to feelings and natural moments, not dates or deadlines. For example, I wipe down my bathroom sink right after brushing my teeth in the morning because I'm already there. I sort the mail or clean the entry table when the kettle's boiling. I dust the bookshelf whenever I sit to read. It's not a chore checklist. It's a gentle flow that makes cleaning part of living, not a separate, draining obligation. Even better, I created what I now call high energy and low energy days. When I wake up, I ask myself, what kind of day is it? On high energy days, which might only be 1 or 2 a week, I'll tackle something a bit more involved, like organizing a drawer or doing 2 loads of laundry. But on low energy days, I allow myself to do nothing more than a 5-minute tidy. Sometimes I even do nothing at all. And that's okay. You don't fall behind when you follow a rhythm. You don't feel guilt for skipping a day. You simply pause the dance and come back when you're ready. I cannot stress this enough. Consistency doesn't mean doing everything every day. It means doing what you can, when you can, with kindness to your body. That's the new definition of discipline when you're aging or disabled. Don't compare. Clean for you, not for appearances. Let me share a painful truth that took me a long time to accept. The comparison trap will keep you miserable forever. When you live in a body that's changed, whether from aging, illness, injury, or disability, it's so easy to look at others and feel inadequate. You see friends who still scrub their kitchens top to bottom, neighbors who mow their own lawns, family members who comment on how your place used to be so spotless. It hurts. But here's the thing, you are not them. They don't know what it feels like to be inside your skin, to wake up with aching joints, to feel drained after walking across the room, to sit on the edge of your bed and negotiate with your knees before standing up. You are doing what you can with what you've got. So don't clean to impress others. Don't clean for compliments. And don't clean because someone else told you it's time. Clean to make yourself feel more peaceful. That's all. That may mean wiping just the spots you see. That may mean living with dust in the corners. That may mean asking for help more than you'd like to. And that's okay. That's more than okay. That's strength. Rest is productive. Say that again. One of the hardest lessons I've had to learn is this. Rest is productive. Say it again with me. Rest is productive. In a society that worships hustle, constant motion, and spotless homes, it's easy to feel like sitting down means you're lazy. That watching TV while the floor needs vacuuming makes you irresponsible. That taking a nap instead of doing dishes makes you a slob. But your body is working just to exist. When you have chronic pain, inflammation, or simply older bones, even standing up burns energy. You are burning calories just by surviving. So you have to treat your rest as part of the routine, not a break from it. I now build rest into my cleaning flow. I clean for 10 minutes, then I sit. I do one room, then I hydrate. I never push to exhaustion because I know that pushing today means paying tomorrow. Respecting your limits is not quitting. It's smart. It's mature. It's protective. And honestly, it keeps you more consistent in the long run. Because when you rest early, you avoid collapse later. That's how we keep going. Your home doesn't need to be perfect to be beautiful. Before we close the segment, I want you to remember this. Your home doesn't need to be perfect to be beautiful. Some of the most comforting homes I've ever visited were not the cleanest. They were the most lived in, the most loved, the most warm, the most human. They had throw blankets on the sofa, books stacked beside the bed. A little clutter, yes, but also laughter, softness, and peace. If you keep a few surfaces clear, the air fresh, and your own mind calm, that's a beautiful home. Forget what social media shows you. Forget the magazines. Forget the expectations from a different season of your life. Right now, your goal is this. Make your home safe. Make it functional. Make it soothing. That's it. Even if you do it slowly. Even if you do it sitting down. Even if you do it lazily, it still counts. It all still counts. In our final section, I'll walk you through a few small environmental tweaks you can make, from rearranging furniture to labeling cleaning bins, that make life 10 times easier when your mobility is limited. Because when your body won't cooperate, your environment can step in and make up the difference. Transform your environment to work with you, not against you. Now that we've covered the mental shifts and daily rhythms that support cleaner living with less strain, it's time to talk about something equally powerful: your physical environment. Here's the truth: when your body changes, your home must change with it. You don't have the same reach, balance, or strength you once did, and that's okay. What's not okay is living in a space that makes life harder than it needs to be. So let's talk about a few lazy but effective ways to redesign your environment so cleaning and simply living gets easier. Start with the pathways principle. Have you ever tripped over a pair of shoes on the way to the kitchen? Struggled to move a chair just to sweep under the table? Felt irritated every time you reached for the broom that's always tucked behind the fridge? If yes, then what you need is the pathways principle. Here's how it works. Step 1. Identify the main routes you walk every day. To the bathroom, to the kitchen, to your favorite chair, to the front door. Then clear them. Absolutely. Totally. Nothing on the floor. Nothing poking out. Nothing to dodge. Why? Because the more clutter you eliminate from your walking paths, the easier and safer it becomes to clean around them. And guess what? Once the path is clear, a quick pass with a lightweight vacuum or mop is so much easier. When you're elderly or in pain, you don't want to lift your feet high or dodge furniture. So let the layout do the work for you. Let it invite simplicity. Invite calm. Rearrange your cleaning tools for lazy access. Here's another one I live by. Put cleaning tools where you actually use them, not where they've always been. This goes beyond the tip we mentioned earlier about keeping supplies in every room. This is about positioning them at the height and location your body prefers. For example, I hung a small dustpan and brush set on a hook at hip level near my kitchen counter. I no longer have to bend to grab it from under the sink. My vacuum charger? It's mounted near the hallway so I can grab it without opening a closet door. I keep a mini broom near the cat's litter box instead of making the long walk back and forth. Think of your home like a workspace. Arrange your tools based on ease, not tradition. If bending is a problem, use baskets on raised stands. If reaching is tough, place lighter supplies on lower shelves, not the high cabinets. The less you have to stretch, the more likely you are to clean without pain. Lazy access equals consistent effort. It's that simple. Color code and label remove the guesswork. You might not realize this yet, but decision-making itself can be tiring when you're living with fatigue or brain fog. Something as small as which bottle is glass cleaner again or which rag was for the counters becomes one more hurdle. So here's the solution. Label everything. Color code everything. If this video helped you, consider sharing it with someone who may be going through the same thing. We don't talk enough about how hard these daily tasks can become, but together, we can make life just a little bit easier, one small change at a time. Take care of your home, but more importantly, take care of you. Subscribe for more real-life tips for aging, chronic pain, and easier living. And in the comments, let me know, what's your favorite lazy cleaning trick? You might just help someone else feel less alone.